P, how you doing, my
Man.
bro?
I'm alright in yourself, my man.
I'm alright, my brother. I'm
Yo,
there,
we
my
missed
guy.
you,
I'm all
Master
good. I'm
P.
all
We
good. I'm
really
all
missed
good.
you, bro.
Yeah,
Do
now
you
I'm
also want
back.
to switch
I'm
on,
back.
bro? Let me know. Let
No,
me know
no,
if
things
it's
I'll pass. I'll pass. Yeah.
your fault.
I'll pass. Yeah, no, I'll pass. You can always play like a rap song for me or something like that. That's just about it, but not you actually singing it. No, I'm good.
Wait, you know what? I got one more for you. Now this is story all
Oh
about
God.
how my life got twisted upside down.
Yeah. Oh my man, that was some messed up stuff that I saw there the other night. Yo, didn't think
You know
I
what?
never in my
You
wildest
know what? Look,
you.
all jokes aside, welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show. Um, Beasteroni Escabab will come in later. He's just busy right now, so
Out
he'll
fighting
jump.
crime is out fighting crime.
Hey, leave my Beasteroni. He'll jump on later.
Right,
But
fine.
I've got Benny B here. I've got Master P here, and we're gonna have an awesome show. We're gonna have an awesome show. I'm actually in the mood tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you all. I
Yeah.
am literally I am in the mood. Like I've never been in this mood for years. Um, where was I? Now
Sophomore will
this
do
is a
that too, you know.
story all about how my life got twisted upside down. Master P, go ahead, my man. Go ahead. Go. You know where I'm going to. Let's talk about Will Smith. Let's talk about Will.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a broken man. I literally feel broken.
Yeah.
Chico, come on, bro. Come on.
That's Bro
Chico,
again
come
in bed.
out. Jump
That's
on.
Bruce
Jump
again in
on. I don't know
bed.
what the Chico's issue. Jump on.
Why can't I see the
Wow.
comments there?
No,
Can't you
they're
see?
right
Whoa,
here.
whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you can't. Wait. Because of the course now, the other.
Because of
Wait,
the
wait,
quiz,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
because of
wait.
the quiz.
Yeah, wait quickly. Can you see it now?
Nope.
And now?
Nope.
I can see it though. I can see it.
Yeah, but you went in the quiz.
Uh,
Oh, now I can. Yeah, I see
Okay.
Yeah, I see jigs.
Oi, Jigs, I'm gonna WhatsApp you, then jump on, man. I'm gonna WhatsApp you now, then jump on. Anyways, look, I don't know, Penny B, do you wanna take this one over from me? Will Smith, man.
yeah.
I don't know if that is real, the truth that happened, or if it was staged. It could be, you never know with these people. But if it is the truth, but I'm never advocate for violence. I never advocate for violence, no matter what. Okay, yes, it was for a good reason, but my thing is, where was that energy with August? Why did they make a
Aha.
joke? He's a
Exactly,
comedian.
Uh-huh.
exactly what I was
He's a
saying, bro.
comedian.
Exactly what
Comedians
I
make
was
jokes.
saying.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
joke. Yes, Vader has a condition. You should never have made that joke. But where was that energy when it came to
No,
August?
but
Is it because it was Chris Rock? Would he have done that same thing had it been someone else? I
That's what
don't
I'm
know.
saying.
He
That
he
was Dwayne
he
Johnson.
apologized
Sorry,
straight
sorry,
after,
sorry
which
to
means he
interrupt you.
regrets it. But what I do know is that Chris Rock's comedic show, because he's currently on tour, he's never
yeah.
sold as much tickets as he sold for this show after that slap. This is what these people do. They do publicity stunts as a form of a marketing tool. And so I don't really know, and this
Yeah.
is Hollywood, so I don't know if this is true or not. The same with Kanye and Kim. Is that shit true? We don't know. Weird that I'm talking about that, yeah. And weird that I even have an opinion on it. But yeah, I don't advocate for violence ever. Ever, 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 ever. Especially live on TV in front of the fucking world.
Exactly. Couldn't agree with you more. Master P, what's your take on it, my bro?
Well, I'm kind of sharing the same sentiments as Benny said. Look, I don't know whether it was staged, whether it was some sort of a act just to hype up the show that Chris Rock is going to be having, the whole comedy skits that's gonna be happening.
It's a
But here's my
tour. It's a
issue.
full on
It's a
tour.
tour, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But here's my issue. Like whether it was staged or not, we can only comment on what we saw. right? Like this whole thing of thinking for them kind of bails them out of the situation that happened. Chris Rock is a comedian. We've heard those comedians make much more serious jokes than that
More personal.
on other people, personal ones, making fun of people's divorce situations, so many things, you know what I mean? And in the end, I just feel like if you're going to go to a show like that, you need to be able to take what's coming your way. Like, obviously, somebody's going to make fun of someone. That's a guarantee. And he laughed. So that's exactly, that's what I'm getting down to. So he says the joke, and Will's laughing. All right. And then as he's saying, well, that's a bloody good joke. And then you see the dude storm up, and that happens. And my only question to the whole thing was, I know that Jada's got a medical condition. We get that it's a sensitive issue. Look, if any one of us has a wife and she had a condition like that, we'll probably act in a certain way too. But here's my issue. If that's not Chris Rock on stage, right? Let's just say it's not Chris Rock and it's Jim Carrey, for instance. I wonder if the same situation plays out the way it did then. And
exactly
what would the consequence?
What I'm saying, bro.
Nope.
And what would the consequence of that action be? Because I can guarantee you, if he slaps, let's just say he slaps Jim Carrey for that situation that happened, right? I don't think they give him that Oscar that night. I'm telling you now. Like, whether they were planning to give it to him already or not, they would have changed it. There have been an emergency meeting upstairs that have given it to somebody else, not him. And that bra would probably be arrested and escorted out of there real quick. So I just think that there are a lot of things that we're missing, because everybody seems to be concerned about the whole sensitivity of the situation. But at the end of the day, we saw an assault that happened on somebody else on live TV, and they picked the worst nights to do that on. I mean, the Oscars of all places, you know. And
Exactly.
the one thing that pisses me off the most, David D, is dude, like at the Oscars, the biggest night in entertainment, and you've got two black dudes behave like that.
Exactly.
I mean,
Thank you, Master P. Yo, I'm so glad you said that. Thank you.
In a country whereby we know racism is rife, you know what I mean? People have got
in Hollywood, racism is rife. In Hollywood.
You know, exactly. And so now you've just given them a whole lot of reasons to put labels on all of us and that type of thing. You know what I mean? So I just think the whole thing is a mess. Whether it was a promo for a comedy show or whatnot, but if it is, then it came off very terrible. I'm telling you now.
Not
And
really.
I just
It shows it's sold
No,
out.
the show
It sold out, so
the
it's
show is
accomplished.
no doubt about that. But just think about it for a second. Like that happens. Apparently, from what I heard, Will was supposed to be escorted out and he refused. Apparently, that's what they say. And
would
then
he get the Oscar? Would he get his Oscar still after that if he was escorted out?
Exactly.
That's the thing
No.
I wanted to know, dude. Would you have probably got the Oscar? Because I can watch the movie, bro.
No, I don't think you would have gotten it. I really don't.
Exactly. So it's bullshit.
Exactly. And also the one thing that made it kind of pathetic is when he goes on stage. Like, I don't know whether you guys listened to his speech. I mean, it was just like all over the place, bro. There's something. I just think that's a man dealing with depression. I think so. Look, there's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Something
Clearly. But
something
who would
wrong
be
with
normal after their wife puts them through that?
Exactly.
The entire world knows that your wife has been cheating and you are fine with it, but you go up and you snap someone who made a joke about your wife's baldness. But the whole world knows that there was. They even titled it an entanglement.
Exactly.
If you're gonna hear entanglement in the next 10 years, you're gonna think of August and Jada. Where was that energy then?
Exactly. And Benny B, think about it. Just to piggyback on what you're saying. If we gotta commend Chris Rock for actually, carrying on with what he had to do on stage, right? Because that thing could have turned out much more worse if it was somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody smacks me like that, I'm smacking back. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Anybody smacking me like that, bruh, especially live on TV.
Dude,
especially.
it would have been gotten out of hand immediately. And I just think that in the end, right, also Chris Rock had Chris Rock had also had a choice whereby after the whole joke was made, and he's like, "Yo, dude, calm down." If it was another comedian who's vindictive, Benny B, that guy carries on and says, "Where was the same
like
energy when your wife
I
was
am
getting,
so shook by
you
that
know?"
whole entire incident. So I'm
Yeah.
letting you guys land first before I even
Yeah.
give my opinion about it, because
Straight after
like you
that, Chris
said,
Rock had a
like
statement to apologize. Chris Rock
Yeah.
apologized for the joke that he got slapped for. Right
Exactly.
enough,
bro, I'm
it was
suing
right
him,
to
bro. I'm
apologize.
suing him.
Right
Anybody
enough,
else is
it was
swinging.
big of him to apologize, and it was the biggest of him to not retaliate.
And
That
and
was
like I'm saying, Benny, if he was vindictive, he could have easily gone deeper and said, "Whoa, you know what? Okay, if you're gonna smack me for something like that, I want to see what you're gonna do to August." And then all of a sudden, it's a bigger show than what it was. You know what I mean? Because now there's so much more
we
controversy.
turned
So
that Oscars upside down, bro.
exactly,
We turned
you see.
that
So
Oscars
credit to
upside
Master
Chris Rock.
P, look.
Credit.
The thing is, Master P, one thing I must admit of what you just said now is, for a black man to smack another black man, we shouldn't have been talking about this incident right now. We should have been lauding another black man winning an Oscar.
Yeah, there it
Yeah.
is.
Should we
There
not
it
have been
is.
doing this right now?
He spilled the
Absolutely.
best night of his life, basically.
Dude, there've only
The
been
Oscar
five
is
guys, five black guys who won an award for that category. He's the fifth guy, and it's a big deal. But I mean, it would be. Tell me right now. Let's be honest, guys. Who remembers the night for Will Smith winning that thing? We're all talking about something else. You know what I mean? Like literally. So, I mean, it's a mess.
That's his own fault. That's his own fault.
Yeah, no, it is on fault. Yeah, exactly.
No, but look. Let me break it down. Pascal, are you married, bro? Are you married?
No.
Okay. Benny B, I know you all married and whatever. I'm divorced. I'm a divorcee. But there comes a point where a female like does certain madness to you. Like I'm talking from somebody that has been married. I'm not gonna talk about the next man's relationship. But
Yeah.
don't you think that he's a yo, I don't want to swear in front of my mom's house, but he's a punk, bro. Like he's a punk. Like he was laughing in the beginning, and then once he stopped laughing, she gave him a look and then he moved.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that saw that?
Do you know?
No,
Do you know
no.
my theory on that? Davy? My theory on that is this August thing hurt him. It took away from his manhood. It took away
Absolutely.
from who he is as a man and how he sees himself
Absolutely.
in the mirror. And that fucking I don't even know what it was basically him trying to man up,
Yeah.
defend his wife, show the
Show
world
that
he
he's
is a
macho.
man.
Yeah.
macho,
Yeah,
and-
show
and
her his
yeah.
macho. Yeah, 100%
Even though
agree.
my wife cheated on me,
Why,
and the
but have
world
that
knows,
same
I'm gonna
energy
show
for
you I'm
August
a
then.
man. Yeah. So his thing was just, I need to show the world that I am still a man. Will
Yeah.
Smith is someone
Yeah,
that you can
I've
see
lost all
thrives on his
respect for him.
reputation. Yeah. Me also.
I've
Me
lost
also.
all respect for him. Not that my
You know what,
respect means anything to him, but I've lost all respect for him. Man is coming out here with a flippin' somebody with pink hair and laying next
Exactly.
to you and talking about entanglements and stuff. Seriously.
And you know what we saw there, like what Benny's saying is so true, because what we saw there was a guy who clearly has so much going on. And let's just be honest, everybody was making fun of him, and he chose to take it out on one guy who, I don't want to say couldn't defend himself per se, but let's just say that's 50 Cent on stage. Do you think he's gonna go there? Of course not.
No way.
Not at all. He's never gonna go there. I'm telling you just now. So obviously he picked a spot and attacked somebody because he's dealing with like he needs to control his situation at home. That's what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day.
But
At the end of the day.
Yes, don't go sort the
look,
situation
I
out
don't know.
at the
None of us
Oscars.
have kids here. If I am a father, if my son and my daughter look like two crackheads with pink hair, I'm not allowing that nonsense, bro.
That's the thing. Like for me, I've lost all
Look at
respect for
Benny
the
laughing.
dude. I've lost all respect
Bro,
for the dude. I
Benny,
just think it was.
imagine Benny,
It was
Benny,
weak.
Benny. Sorry, Master B. Benny, you are a married man. Imagine you lying next to your wife and you have a crackhead that look what they have pink hair. Pink hair, my man. Lying. Imagine. Come on. There's no flipping way, bro.
And you
Brother,
will fucking
I'm
Smith,
telling you
man.
straight up.
Like,
I'm
like,
telling
like
you
you Will
straight up.
Smith. Me, I'm Benny. I won't allow that. I'm fucking Benny.
Exactly. How do you lie next to your
I
wife?
won't allow that. Will Smith does,
Pink
bro.
hair, my bro.
Will Smith
Yeah,
does.
no.
So, but
Now, dude, that was weak. Like he thought he was showing himself to be macho, but all he did was show the world that he's a weak
I
man.
lost all respect to you,
He's
Master P. I'm sorry.
he's
I'm very, very
weak
sorry.
emotionally. He's weak emotionally. He could have sat there, laughed, and you know what, Benny? He could have addressed that situation when he's winning, when he's gotten the Oscar in his hand, and then maybe he can say, "Yo, you know what?
Do that then, yes.
Exactly." But even on stage, David D can say, "Yo, but you know what? Look, my wife, I don't appreciate people making fun of a serious condition." That's all. As he's accepting the thing, but now he makes a whole mockery of himself, and now I mean, come on, man, that is the weakest move I've ever
It's
seen.
like Aslam's comment. Nobody knows who else won what that night.
Exactly.
Nobody even cares.
Exactly, that's the thing.
Nobody
bro.
even cares. The only reason why we know who won main act is because he won it.
Oh yeah, pretty much, yeah.
If it wasn't Will Smith,
See
we
that
wouldn't have
movie. I didn't
known.
even see the movie. I wanted to
We
watch
didn't
the
even know.
movie.
Me neither.
I haven't
didn't
seen
see
it
the movie
either.
So now, who else won what? Who won best supporting? Who won best emotion?
Exactly.
Who won best screenwriter? Who won? We don't know shit. All we know is Chris Rock had the spit smacked out of his mouth by a stupid Will Smith over a bald joke that was not kosher, but it wasn't the action, the consequence thereof didn't warrant that. It wasn't worth it. So that even the fact that we're speaking about it, I think is unnecessary because we're giving airtime to this idiot Will Smith, which we don't need to do. Because the more people talk about it, it's more like if it was staged, then look how brilliant they are. Because even we're talking about it on a fucking football channel.
No,
yeah, but we're talking about violence.
Like seriously, like this is the Fresh Prince, my bro. This like I look up to him. Like seriously, I'm talking from myself.
Bro, Bad Boys is forever my favorite movie until the
Dude, of course.
1,
of course,
2,
bro.
and partially 3.
Yeah.
I look up to this brother, my bro.
Dude, I'm a fan of Bad Boys too. I mean, look, I've that whole sitcom
Smith movie.
Yeah.
Ever. Even Wild West. I haven't put myself through that.
Dude, like I just think it's so unnecessary. It's stupid on his part. I don't know how they're gonna clean that up. Look, they're saying they're gonna sanction him somehow. I don't know how, but at the end of the day, I just think come on, man. Like,
wait, sorry, Master P, sorry to break your word. Look at Aslam saying yeah, but he didn't catch him with a man. She's for the streets, bro. She's for the streets.
She admitted. She said that they're in an open relationship.
Man sitting there, she said live on TV with entanglement. Yeah, I'm taking it. Is that okay? Benny, is that okay?
Bro, that for me is a straight D. Done. I'm not
Master
thinking twice. I'm not thinking thrice.
Dude, I don't even know why. I don't. Okay, I suppose it's all about the money nowadays because obviously that whole red table, whatever they call it, is obviously something that cashes in, revenue for them. Maybe that's why they did it. But for me, I just found the whole thing so pointless. Why would you think about it? Wow, if you're having marital issues, all right, think about it now. Okay, so I'm married now, and then I come on this show. Then let's just say I'm married, and then I come on this show, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, and then we all have a discussion, kind of, all right, broadcasting it to everyone, and then we're busy talking about how, yeah, and then somebody's supposed to be telling me like, yeah, this situation happened at such a. I mean, wow, don't you think that's embarrassing your own private life? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro. It's
as a man, that's like a dysfunctional thing.
That is embarrassing.
It's a joke.
It's stupid.
Embarrassing.
As a man, it's a joke. First of all, defend whatever the fuck she did.
Exactly.
Whatever
I'm not
she did
defending her,
was a
bro.
joke.
I'm not.
No,
There's no way I'm
him.
No,
defending
not
her.
you,
man.
not
I'm
you,
talking about him.
not you, Davey.
I'm talking
Him.
about him. First of all, the relationship shouldn't have lasted as long as the Chris Rock joke, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
Because that shit had to be done a long time ago. And because of that, Chris Rock got slapped live in front of the world.
Imagine.
Because they didn't know when to end shit when they had to.
And
So,
just before
may
you
that be a
introduce,
lesson to everybody. May that be a lesson.
nah, there's no lesson there to be learned, bruh. The only lesson is,
There's a lesson.
come,
Bro.
you know,
Know when
it's
to
let me,
go.
yeah, I suppose, but like think about it, Benny D. Like if we're talking about Jada, all right, hooking up with Pac or Jigga, then that's fine. But you know where Will Smith is embarrassed, right? I mean, it's Austin, dude. How old is that? That's a kid.
Exactly
Big
what I'm
Will
saying,
Smith.
bro.
Yeah,
What's
big
wrong
Will's
with
and
you,
Megan.
man?
It's
That's
like
a
I think
kid.
his son's age, bruh.
Exactly.
Now. Was he still supposed to stay on? Paschal?
No, of course not. No.
I don't care about
But
his
I'm
son,
just
man.
saying.
His son,
But
his
what
son
I'm
also had pink hair, man.
but all I'm saying, Benny D, is that
Look,
the reason why I brought up Jay-Z or Tupac is because I'm saying, okay, cool. If something like that happens, right? We're sitting here and we're saying, wow, okay, it's Jigga. All right, Jigga. Yeah, sure. Oh man, that's a big deal. But the fact that Will Smith, as a big of a star as he is, and his wife cheats on him with some kid, dude, that's embarrassing. That's
exactly
embarrassing.
what I'm saying. Hence
And then
what
he
I'm
wants to go and
coming
smack, and then he
Hence
wants to go
what
and
I'm
smack
coming
another
to.
grown man. Come on.
Exactly.
Hence what I'm coming to, my bro. Like, look, like you alluded to the fact. You alluded to a perfect fact. Bro, we all from the streets. We all from the
Yeah.
streets. All of us. Imagine a grown ass man slapping you, man.
Sure.
You can punch me in my face, but slap
Obviously.
me. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect, my bro.
Yeah.
And then laugh, smile, and walk away.
And then
And
smile.
walk
Exactly.
away. Exactly,
Exactly.
Benny. You know what I'm talking about.
Bruh.
Is it though? How are you, my bro?
Hello,
Hey, my
Isidro.
bro. Master P. Benny.
What's up?
All right, man. How you guys
What
doing?
is your take on all this whole introduction? And I'm gonna come back to Master P, but what is your buzz on this incident, Isidro?
Brad, check here. You guys have spoken about this now for 25 minutes. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
the same thing as Benny,
Thank
my
you.
bro.
Thank you.
Benny.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on. Fuck away.
Your
Yeah.
family
Thank
is
you.
messed
Thank
up,
No,
you.
but
bro.
whoa.
Their whole
Wait a minute.
family is messed up.
Whoa. I want to hear Isidro.
If I'm Will Smith, I'm
I
waiting till the
agree,
new
Aslam.
flood comes in and I'm leaving it all there for Ariel and whatever. I'm leaving it. I'm not even worried about them. The whole family is messed up.
Check here, David. I agree with Benny and what Mr. P said as well. That was a whole orchestra thing, my bro. Because you can't tell me you can smile one minute and the next minute you got all cold and like emotion and then woke up and clapped it, bruh. Nah, my bro. Check here. I still say the big up, like I said in the comments, big up to Chris Rock. He was professional. He didn't do anything. He didn't react. He just kept on like Mr. Cool. He just spoke on. So yeah, that is my thing, my bro, from my side.
My thing is, like Kyle is saying right now, this is the whole point. Is that what makes Will Smith even huge hypocritical? Because you are a comedian. Are you really telling me you as a comedian you're going to a show and you're not gonna expect to get roasted?
Exactly.
And your wife is there with a bliss.
Bro. Anyways.
No. Before we move on, just one thing. So obviously, look, we all know comedians are gonna make fun of whoever, bruh. Like that's their show. That's the whole point. They made hosts and all of these things to keep people entertained. They make fun of people's hairstyles or whatever. But think about it. If that's the case, then look at what happened with Tiger Woods. He was being roasted everywhere, right? Like, literally.
Exactly.
Like
Another
look at
black
OJ.
man again, bro. Another black man.
Yeah, and OJ. Look at what OJ had to go through. Everybody was laughing at him. and for even serious issues, right? Much more serious issues than what was being said that night. So
Yeah.
I just think that now is set a precedence whereby if somebody doesn't like something, are they now gonna go on stage and smack the next person as well? Is that what we're saying? You know what I mean? So that's just another thing.
But at least comment, man.
That's the thing, bro. That's not his wife. That's his husband, bro. That's his husband, my man. Take it now. See this. I'm bit.
But then,
That's not.
don't you think? Don't you
I'm
think
not
because of the way Ricky Gervais hosted the Oscars last year and he fucked everybody shit up?
No, bro.
He didn't
Look,
pull
that's
anything
his
back.
husband, my
For
man.
him,
That
for
woman
the
wears
next
the
person, for the
pen.
next host, there had to be more personal, I think, which is the running theme because you have to be more worse than the last. You understand? So that could also be a factor because
I
Ricky
don't want to
killed
understand
everyone.
anything, Benny. I don't want to understand anything. Because
I'm just
that,
thinking.
my bro, we both.
I don't know why Chris
Okay.
would make that joke though. I don't know why Chris would make that joke.
Exactly, Benny.
You know
Exactly.
why?
That is
You
what
know
I'm also
why?
saying.
Can I tell you why I made that? Can I tell you why I made that joke?
Because she has a bliss.
No. G.I. Jane. You remember the act of G.I. Jane, huh? The
Yeah.
female
Yes,
actor.
yes.
Yeah.
Demi Moore.
She had an affair with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. Well, she was
Demi
married
Moore,
with
yeah. They
And
were
he's
married.
younger than her, and he also cheated on his wife with her. That's why he made
Yeah.
that joke.
Yeah, but why comparing that with that of Will Smith? That is was not on me, bro.
But I think she is going to be in G.I. Jane, isn't it? Isn't Jada going to
Yeah,
be G.I. Jane?
No,
Is
no,
she
but
not?
Jada has nothing. Jada doesn't have any credentials. Set it off. I don't know what other movies.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah.
None of her. It's like the fact that she's dragging Will Smith's name through the mud is doing my head in.
She's in control of that marriage, bruh. She's the one that calls the shots in that marriage.
Listen,
So
we
she wears
went
the
already
pen
half an
in
hour.
that.
Can we talk about football now?
Yes, please.
This is Bradley, bro, though.
Sorry, Benny. Sorry. Where should we start? Master P, I'll start with you. Your ownership. You thought you were gonna get a Saudi Arabian owner, but now you're getting a American owner. Talk to me.
Is that confirmed?
What do you feel about it? Talk to me.
so out of just let me just start by saying this because I think I haven't been on the show to address this whole issue. So let me just start by saying I'm a Chelsea fan. I love my club. I love winning. You know, when they win, I'm celebrating with them. When they lose, I get pissed. Just as a fan should be. All right. I want to see my team dominate world football, but it shouldn't be at the expense of being connected in some controversy where people are losing their lives in another country. You know what I mean? So I don't stand for that. I think there are people dying, there are people losing things, losing their country. In fact, and that's something that we should never support. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now let's get to the real thing. Initially, remember what I sent you, Davey, in your inbox about the group from Saudi Arabia that was supposedly interested in buying the club. Nah? I'd have loved those guys to buy it because the American owners, I don't know whether American owners and English football club is a good mixture. You know what I'm saying?
They're not.
If you see,
They're not.
yeah, if you see the track record of American owners owning Premier
Super
League
League came
soccer
from
teams,
them. The Super League
exactly,
idea came from them.
they're all about the profits. Not that that is wrong. Don't get me wrong, because that's what the game is all about. But my only fear, to answer your question, Davey, is that we could get an American owner, a dude who's obviously, I think it's one of the owners of the Dodgers or something from what I've heard. And this guy could come in and do what the Glazers are doing at Man United. You know what I mean? That's my only issue. Whereby whereby you could have a situation where the billionaire comes in, takes over, and leaves the coach to do whatever the hell he wants to do, even if he's not winning trophies. And that is my only concern. Because my issue is under Roman Abramovich. You saw our club, Davey, the difference between yours and mine in London was that we were more active on issues. You know what I mean? Where something happens, we take action immediately. And and that won us trophies. So my only fear is if somebody comes in, an American, who's interested in profits, doesn't give a damn about results, then us fans are screwed. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that makes me nervous.
And doesn't want to pay compensation, which was never a
Exactly.
problem for Roman.
Exactly.
Never a problem.
So Roman Abramovich, look, I believe he's one of the best owners like in football. Like from the 10 when he came in up until this point, I thought he was all about results. He was all about winning trophies. And I just hope the next person that steps in, whoever it may be, because I've heard Americans, I've heard Saudis, I've heard so many other.
Isn't it the Ricketts aren't they the favorites?
Yeah,
the Islamophobes and the homophobes and the racists. That's what they call it.
So I'm just saying that I'm just hoping that the new owners come with the same energy that Roman Abramovich came with. If that happens, then I'm good with it. But if it doesn't happen, then we've got a serious problem. I just don't trust Americans owning soccer teams in England. I just don't think that translates very well. So that's the only thing that I'm nervous about. But otherwise,
Bradley, I just want to tell Bradley that I only laugh silent when I laugh for shit that I'm not supposed to laugh for, which is what most of his fucking comments is about. Most of his comments is shit that you're not supposed to laugh for.
Wow.
The silent laugh, my man.
There has to be a question. Wait, Benny, Isidore, do you guys want to ask Paschal a question before I go?
No, it's not. I just want to give an observation. I don't have a question with Paschal. I just think that welcome. I just want to say welcome. Welcome to the world of shitty owners. Welcome to the world of having your dreams and hopes dashed in the transfer window. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
But you see also, I just want to add, our owners remember also American owners, but they have saved Liverpool from the previous owners. And what they've done is in the transfer market for Liverpool, like backing Klopp. There was some transfer windows that it was like poor that they didn't back him at all. But look at the results now also as well. So for me, look, there is owners, American owner that is good and some that is bad also as well. It's one of my Liverpool's perspective.
Well, you know what?
If you don't renew Salah's contract and he leaves to a mad club, could be anyone. Do you think the people's gonna think the same?
Look at the thing is, like I told you guys on other parts as well. The ball is in their court. Salah mentioned it time and time again, and he mentioned it again also on international youth that he loves Liverpool, that he wants to stay. So it's all up to them because remember, it's not just Salah. There's Firmino also, Mane also, Oxlade-Chamberlain also. But Salah is the biggest concern for me at this present moment as well, my bro. So, yeah, if that man is gonna go, then I don't know what is gonna happen.
It's touch and go. The mood at Liverpool and the vibe at Liverpool is touch and go with the Salah thing. Because if they give Salah what he wants, Mane is gonna have to get what he wants. So is Firmino, who is their system.
Is it though? I'll actually jump onto this one actually.
Thank you, Bradley. I agree 100% with that.
Sorry, B, because remember, Klopp let like about 11 players go. And remember, look, like you said now earlier, you worried about Salah. Look at Diaz, bro.
Yeah, but
Jota.
I understand what you're saying now, but remember, Salah has been Liverpool's top goal scorer since he joined Liverpool. Where was Mane? Remember? Mane
5 years.
I get that, and I will hear that argument. I hear that.
You see, Mane was just one season that he got golden boot, bro. Where Aubameyang and Salah were basically everybody was scored a amount of goals. But now you see that is the problem that I'm currently having because people are saying, yeah, but Luis Diaz, okay, why? He just came in now. But my argument is who is going to play on the right hand side and score the goals that Salah is scoring now? Because you see, that man has scored goals, important goals also. You see, and brought us trophies as well. That is my argument also.
If Aslam thinks that they're not going to give the money for Salah, how much
That's the
more do
question.
they
That's
want
the
for
main
Mbappe?
question. Like, I
Bruh,
wish
Mbappe is
Beasteroni was here.
Salah
to-
wants 400. Mbappe is talking about in the region of 800. Double what
Would
Salah
you
wants.
Wow.
look? Isidore, would you give him the money though? Would you give him the money?
400 Salah's
But
not bad.
I would give him the money. I would give him
Give
the
him
money
the
because
money, bruh.
that-
How old is he?
he's not
How
what
old?
28. He's 28 years
28,
old.
29, yeah.
He's about 30, Pascal.
Nah,
He's about
28,
30.
29.
He's 20,
He's not 30 yet.
29. He's 29.
I'd
That
give
money
him
is
that.
no,
No,
would you give it
I'd
to
give
him?
him that 400 a week, but on a 3-year contract.
No,
Exactly.
I wouldn't give it to him. Pascal, would you give it to him?
Nah, that's too much money, bruh. Like,
That's
look,
too much
I get
money
his.
for that, but at that age, would you give it to him?
Nah.
I would give it to him
Me,
because
yes, I'd give it to him.
Maybe
look what
put-
What if I have Diaz and I have
Bruh,
Jota
it's
right
Mo
there
Salah,
just chilling?
It's
Check
Mo
it,
Salah.
but make it-
Who's been more consistent than Mo Salah? And don't even try to mention me Kevin De Bruyne. Who's been more consistent than Salah in the league?
How has he
Since
been
Salah started.
consistent? He's scoring penalties. How's he
Bruh, the
been
man has been
consistent?
scoring 25 goals every single season since he's...
Fine, and his backup, then.
What you mean? He's the top
What
goal
about
scorer
his
at
backup?
Liverpool.
What about his backup? Look
Yes,
at his
but
backup
still,
behind
but-
him, Diaz.
Bruh.
I'd invest more in Diaz and what's the other guy's name? Jota.
Harvey Elliott.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't
They
think so.
can't do
Look, I give
Luis
you
Diaz
opinion.
is a brilliant signing. Nah, I give him that. And I always say
So
he's
do
a
you not tell me?
But
Do
he
you
can't lace
not
the
think?
boots of Mo Salah, bruh.
Maybe you
Okay,
can't
Benny.
lace the
Okay,
boots of
Benny.
Mo Salah.
Benny. Do you not think that the way Klopp was molding Diaz, do you not think Diaz is gonna start scoring goals? Do you
Yes,
not think
of course
Diaz
he's
is
gonna
gonna
start
start
scoring
adding
goals, but
goals?
he's
to
no
his game?
Salah.
exactly. That is what check it.
Okay.
He was remember he's just
Mo
that's a present
Salah,
moment.
Mo
Take it at this
Salah
moment.
scores the goals that no one else scores, bruh.
Okay,
Mo
take away
Salah
his goals. It's
is one of
exactly
the
the same like
best fucking
Aubameyang.
finishers in the game. If not the best
Let
as
me-
we speak. If he's
let me-
Mo Salah's one-on-one with the keeper, 99.99% of the time it's a goal.
Let's go.
His pace he can outrun any backline. Mo Salah
Let me-
is brilliant.
Let me ask Isidore, because obviously he's a Liverpool supporter, so I want to get his
Yeah.
perspective on this question. Like, I understand how important I don't think anybody's arguing how brilliant Mo Salah is. I think we all know. I mean, that speaks for itself. However, let me just ask Isidore this, right?
There's
Benny,
a
take this
silent
comment.
laugh.
Benny, take it.
Yeah. Like, so my question to Isidore is the following. Like, let's just say, as constructed, the way the way the Liverpool team is now, right? And you guys are clearly title contenders and all of these other things.
Favorites.
We're talking about. Okay, well, I disagree with that, but anyway, we'll discuss that another time. But like,
Okay.
just the one thing, just the one question to Isidore is, if you see the team the way it is now, with everybody that you have this season, and then you take, let's just say you uproot Mo Salah out of, because we're talking about a new contract, right? Look, I don't know how many years that you're mentioning figures. I don't know for how many years they want to sign him for.
Five. It's
Five.
only
Oh, so it's 5 years. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 5.
So
the
now-
club has the option of the 6.
No, all right, I see. So basically, that's like a lifetime contract at this point in time, because by
He's
the time
lost. He's lost.
his last big contract, right? Yeah, up until maybe he goes to the MLS or something.
Yeah.
But like, if you take Mo Salah out of that team, is that the line between you guys winning the title or not? I'm just trying to figure that out for you.
That's
as
a very good question.
I
That's
will
a
answer
very
that
good
I would
question.
say yes. I would say
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
100%
Because
yes.
I can back that up as well, Paschal. Like last season, when Van Dijk was
Yeah.
out, what happened to us at the back? That is why I say Van Dijk Salah is crucial people in Liverpool's team, bro. Look, because you see, there's like this energy and understanding
Agreed,
between
Jiga.
Trent and Salah, my bro. You see, that is why I agree with Benny. I would give that man what he wants, my bro. It's a 5-year contract. He's gonna be 33. It's the same as Jordan Henderson. He's 32 years old. They gave him a contract, extension also. And now let's talk about Mane and what is the other dude's name for Mina also? That is also gonna get more contracts as
Here's
well.
what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say actually. Look,
Did they though? Did they though?
But he go
yes,
up for Van Dijk years.
I'd give Ellison a raise, I'd give Van Dijk a raise, and Fabinho for me personally is the one of the best, if not the best defensive mid in the Premier League.
As like
That's
said
how I
here,
feel.
no? Because they will rather spend that money on someone who can give them 8 years rather than
But
Salah
look,
who can give them 4 good years. But that person that's going to give you that 8 years, is that going to be the quality of Salah? No, brother. There's one Salah. There's one Salah.
Exactly.
People can be
Exactly.
as good as
fair
Salah.
enough,
People
fair
can be as
enough.
good as Salah. But the person that you're going to get in now for the next 8 years is not going to give you the 4 years that this present Salah is going to give you.
The
It's
Azul.
not.
I hear that.
That's
Look,
why I say that man is in his prime at the moment.
let's go on to the title then. Before we even get into it, Isato, how are you feeling about the title race?
But like
You
I
guys
told you
have the
last,
momentum, my bro. How are you feeling about it?
like I told you last week, nervous but excited, and still is. But look, the DVD, it's Premier League is back this weekend. Liverpool is playing first, yeah, and City is playing
Yeah.
on Sunday. So look against Watford. We should beat them and be top of the lock up until another 24 hours, up until City plays. And like I told Benny last time on the last part, I hope Burnley can do us a favor. But yeah, was soos hulle sê, ons kyk maar my bro.
The potential is there, though, Isidore. Definitely is. The
No, it's
potential
definitely.
is there. The potential
But
is
if
there for the Chelsea game also. The potential is there for the United game. Arsenal, who
Gaza,
you playing now again? Crystal Palace. Ooh, they were supposed to have a result from the last time they played you. And if you look at it now, Crystal Palace is one of the form teams.
Yeah.
yeah,
So is
Dude.
Hey,
Arsenal.
bro, they
So
all
is
okay.
Arsenal.
The
Patrick
way
Vieira is
they
doing well.
frustrated City the other night. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So is Arsenal though. Momentum is with Arsenal.
Huh?
Momentum is with Arsenal.
Are you shooting for me?
Yes, no, I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Momentum is with Arsenal. You guys will be
maybe
Okay,
like
okay,
I said,
calma. I'm on easy street tonight. Calma. I'm on
okay,
easy
like I
street.
said,
Bro.
because I said
maybe
he's nervous, no? For me, I feel so Liverpool is the favourites because of momentum. But if you look at it, City is still up ahead with 1 point.
Yeah.
Liverpool
Exactly.
must still go to the Etihad.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
must still go to the Etihad. The home of Manchester City.
Kijk,
Has
but
been won
Liverpool
and
can
lost.
win them. Liverpool,
The league has
Benny,
been won
Liverpool
and
can
lost
win them there. No?
twice now, no? Remember, the league has been won and lost by City on Manchester. On that time, it was Manchester City Stadium, Etihad.
Yeah.
The league has been won twice for Manchester City on the Etihad.
Yeah.
Can it happen the third time?
And that
City's
is what I,
nervous, and it will be
and that
better
is
for
why
Liverpool to chase than to be ahead. But I think it's
exactly.
better for City to be ahead than to chase.
This is
That's
actually a good point.
Yes,
Do you
that's
think
what we've all
that-
been saying though? Pep
Yeah.
wants to win the Champions League. He doesn't care if he comes second in the league this season. He doesn't.
Yeah, but I
I'm sure
just
he doesn't.
no. Look, I suppose he wants to win the Champions League. That's a priority. We know that. But I don't
Yeah.
think he's that manager who would say, "Well, because I'm focusing on that, then I don't really." I think he's one of those coaches who wants to win everything. It doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? He just comes across as that type of a coach. So, and also with the Champions League, it's not a foregone conclusion, guys, that they're gonna win it, even if they focus on it. I mean, you
Yeah.
at Chelsea, we've got so much happening we got so much happening at my club right now to the point where we could go to hell with all of this and win the whole thing again. Like this is a knockout competition, you know what I mean? So, like I just think that's one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys that this whole with everything with all the chaos that's happening at Chelsea right now, I'm telling you, we are very good at that whole, you know, our backs are against the wall, the whole world is against us, and that all of that BS, and then we take it out on everybody else on the pitch, and we win things that we're not supposed to win. You know what I mean? I've seen this thing happen so many times. So the Champions League is a long shot for him just to concentrate. If I were him, I'd concentrate on everything. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you still have Liverpool, you have Liverpool, you've got Chelsea, you've got Bayern Munich. I mean, you've got so many. I just don't believe that you can say, "Nah, I'm just gonna focus on this thing and let the other thing go." I don't know, bro. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I agree with that, Paschal. I actually agree with that one, actually.
I just want to add on to Pascal what Pascal just said now. That is the same thing for Liverpool also. We're not gonna just focus on the league. We in the FA Cup, we
Yeah,
in the Champions League,
yeah,
in the league. So we
exactly.
forget
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
so it's like Benny said the last time. He club doesn't have a lot of finals. He's only got those 3 finals to go to get the treble or the quadruple
Yeah,
is you see.
Since City has the team to win everything and play a total different starting 11 the next game.
yeah,
City
Yeah,
has the
but
team.
exactly.
yeah, but
That,
Benny
that,
But
that is a
City has the
fair
team to
enough.
do
I
that.
agree with that. I fuck with that, actually.
but you see Benny also it all depends on what happens on the day, my bro. You can have the
Of
better
course it
team,
does.
but
Of
still you're
course it
gonna
does,
get
Mr.
knocked over.
exactly,
Yeah. That's why I
exactly.
said Burnley can beat City.
Exactly.
Easily. We won't even be surprised if it happens. We won't.
Check the other thing also is like the Champions League draw. Everybody's saying yeah, Liverpool got Benfica is a easy draw. Nah, my bro, not easy.
Beasteroni is kebab, you know. Beasteroni is kebab, you know. Sorry, Zulu.
Cringe. Cringe beats the cringe.
That
Cringe.
guy. Oh.
Cringe.
Yeah,
Yeah, check what I was saying. The Benfica draw for Liverpool, yeah, is good, but it's still that is on paper. We still need to go through to
exactly,
play there and at Enfield as well.
exactly.
So you see, it's the same as Pascal as you guys. You guys are playing
Just
Real
as
Madrid,
over.
and you played last season also. So
Exactly.
all the games are difficult, my bro.
It's
I'm still saying the same thing, my bro. It's on the
yeah,
day,
it's
my
a
bro.
knockout. It's a knockout competition. Anything can happen, bro. One
Yeah,
bad
anything
game
can
and you're
happen.
out.
Anything
Exactly.
can happen. But look, Beasteroni is kebab. How you doing, my bro? Welcome,
Good, and you,
welcome.
Davey?
I'm well, man. I'm well. Look, I owe you and Benny B an apology. My humblest apologies for the Shane Long question the other night. I will hold my hands up first. I'll be the
Yeah, you
first to
make it like it's
say.
one question, man, Beaster. You make it like it's just that
There was
one shine
there was
long
more
question.
questions
Let's
in there,
forget
my
about the
bro.
others. Let's just forget about the others. That's fine. We forgive you.
Where'd you go?
I'll speak
I'll
on
hold
behalf
my
of
hands up
Beaster.
and say I was wrong. I will be the first to admit that I was wrong. But
I will
welcome.
speak on behalf of Beaster. We are tight. Don't worry. We move on. We move on. We won't look back.
Okay, we know. But anyway, Beasteroni is kebab. You know the Beasteroni is kebab. You know. Beaster, how you feeling about the title race, my bro? Talk to me.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm hoping City gives us another surprise, dropping points soon before we play them, because I feel the pressures on both teams now. But I'm glad that we're playing first, because I think this time of the season it plays a big role of when you play, who plays
Exactly.
first. That
Yeah.
even if it's the same day
Exactly.
and just a few hours earlier, it makes a big difference.
That
So I
pressure,
think
yeah.
the momentum is with Liverpool. I just hope everyone comes back fresh from the international break, because we were one of, if I can say it so, in the Premier League, we were one of the top three teams, I would say, that was on form for, like, if you say the last 10 games or so. If you compare, it's Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle had their run, but it died down. But
And
I
West
you could
Ham.
see Chelsea's not convincing, City wasn't convincing, and Liverpool was one of the only three teams that I can say off the top of my head that was actually convincing in their performances. And that is with Champions League, with cup games, all of that, and we're still getting through to that 3 points. So yeah, I'm excited for Saturday. We play the first game, and
Yeah.
then it's the ball is back in City's court.
Fair enough. Anyone else want to comment before I ask my next question?
I'm Taka Liverpool again. Forget.
Okay.
It's got to be a United fan
Look,
these
no,
days.
look. I fuck with this one actually, and all
Copper.
English, I
Away.
know.
Copper. Good win.
I go with this one,
Blood
my bro.
Copper.
Like Master P. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It could be City and Liverpool in the final as well, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, like remember
Yeah,
they're getting
well,
each other
And
now.
I'd rather get Bayern Munich in the semis than to get him in the final.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I couldn't sum it up any better, my brother. I don't know how it must be for you and Isidore to watch this title race. I mean, I saw a stat now on Monday, and I won't lie, like the total points haul was about 96 points.
Yeah.
That is mad.
Mm.
Away.
That is crazy. Like that's the level that you need to go to win this title.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Beasteroni, the thing is, I look, I'm always up for it when Arsenal and whoever plays and whatever, I'm up for my team. But there was a point in the game where I decided, like, look, Tevi, you need to realize you're not on these guys' level. You're not on their level. It's the same with Paschal when you played them in the Carling Cup final. That was an awesome final. Like I've never enjoyed a final like that again.
Mm.
And I looked, and then we were dominating for the first half, and in the second half, 65 minutes, one pass from Thiago split my
Mm.
whole defense open.
Yeah.
That showed me that is the levels. That's how far you need to go.
Mm.
You're not on their level. So again, like I'm asking Beasteroni Escabab, how are you feeling in terms of this title race? Because I can't wait till you play them in the FA Cup semi-final. Like Pascal said, it's gonna be a one-off game. I can't wait until they're done with Atletico, and I can't wait until you get them in the league because I literally want to watch this game. I have never been so entertained in a title race for 5 years. Remember, they are doing this for 5 years, and they're doing it
Mm-hmm.
at the highest level. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made 97 points when they won the league.
Yeah.
What
Exactly.
more must you do as a team? You
Exactly.
make
That's
97
what
points,
I'm
but you're
talking
not
about.
champions.
And
Anyway,
checking
I'm
also.
gonna let you guys land. I'm gonna check out the comments quickly. But go on, go on, carry on.
Oh, Beast, I'll see you in the final again, probably. Depending on how it goes on your end.
That's
But
fine,
we
as
already,
long.
I'll see you in that final again, and then maybe we can have another conversation. But look, obviously the title race is interesting. 1 point
Nobody's
separating
writing
everybody.
Chelsea off.
I want to write Chelsea off. I want to write
Nobody's
Chelsea off.
writing Chelsea
Never.
off.
I want
Nobody's
to write
writing
Chelsea off.
Chelsea off.
Yeah, no, of course not. But like what Beast was saying, it's gonna be a very interesting run down to the end of the season. I just feel like as great as Liverpool is now, if they cannot afford to drop anything right now, because if you
Nobody
do
can.
that, Pep is one of those guys that's just not gonna give so many chances for the other team to capitalize. You know what I mean? So both the pressure is definitely on both teams. Like Beaster said, it's gonna be interesting to watch. I think it's gonna come down to that game at the Etihad, as to who wins that. And I think that the winner of that might end up winning the whole title. So yeah, I think it's definitely, unless there's one more surprise somewhere. It's a Premier League, you never know. All right,
How many
like
games is left, y'all?
9.
I don't even know.
9.
9. No, that's still a lot of points to play for, gents.
But now,
9
the,
is
the,
what?
the,
It's
Yeah,
the
but
way it is
27
now,
points.
whoever
It's
wins their
27
remaining
points.
9 wins. Whichever
Yeah,
one of
but
the two wins their
yeah,
remaining 9
exactly.
wins.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because we play each
and
other.
and here's the thing.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, Beaster. I'm glad you say that. The reason why I gave the whole thing of you guys not having to give up anything from now on up until the end of the season is because we've seen this twice before. This Man City team needed to win how many games in a row to prevent you guys. The year they won the title from you guys by 1
18.
point,
They
right?
won 18 in a
Yeah,
row.
like they needed to win every game, and Pep pulled that off. You know what I mean? So just because of that, I'm saying to you guys that Liverpool has to ensure that they don't drop anything, even just a draw or anything like that.
I hear you, Pascal, but that's where I feel I'm on the other side of the fence, because if that year that you're talking about when they won the league, we slipped up and they won all their games from January right through. This
Exactly.
year,
Yeah.
it's different. They the ones dropping points. They led us by 13 points in January. And from January up until now, we did the catching up because we didn't lose
Facts.
a game.
I
So
agree
now
with
we
that,
1 point.
actually.
So the ball is in their court now. The pressure's
Yeah.
on them. I don't feel like Liverpool has as much pressure as what City does. The target is on them. It's not that much on. That's why I was speaking to Benny and I was telling him I prefer being the chaser than being
Yeah.
chased.
But
Because
but
Yeah,
that's
but
what
but
that's
City,
the
but
question I was about to ask.
City prefers being in the lead than to chase.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. It suits the both of us.
And
Yeah.
what I saw in that Palace game, that is where you can see the frustration in City. And you don't see Liverpool doing that anymore, where Liverpool was forced to bring on Origi, bring on that. You didn't see that this season, where you needed at Origi for a Merseyside derby to get a winner. You needed Origi to do something. We never went that route once this year. Like, there was never that option where we need, because he has his standard changes. 60th minute, 70th minute come, our front three, two is going. In the midfield,
Yeah.
two is going. That is standard. So it's not a thing like we need a goal, so now we're going to make changes. That is, when we're leading 3-0, he still makes the changes. He still makes the midfield changes. Henderson comes off from the bench. He has the best game ever. So because of that, we became, our new routine is game changing already, even if we're leading or we behind. Last season, we 80th minute need a goal, bring on Origi, bring on Shaqiri, that was forced changes that we needed to make to get the goal. Whereas this season is just we know Jota's gonna go, Luis is gonna come, we know Salah or Mane is gonna go. That changes will happen. 5-0 ahead, 1-0 down, doesn't matter. So I feel that is also mentality, their mentality is also changing in a sense like that. I used to see the Origi sub, even though it worked, a panic sub, because you need to change something to get the goal. So you panic, make the sub Origi. Even though Origi wins the game for us, I don't like that kind of football where you need that 10 minutes of magic to survive a game. It should just be play your game, have patience, especially that Arsenal game. We played our game, and eventually the opposing team needed to buckle for us to go through.
Yeah.
Just
Agreed.
Ian Wright was saying,
Correct.
and John Barnes was saying, Arsenal was so disciplined without the ball that Liverpool couldn't break through. It just took one pass from Thiago,
It
like
took
David
one
was saying
moment,
earlier. And that makes a quality team. No, don't change the way you're going to approach it. Wait until they make a mistake. Arsenal was brilliant off the ball. We couldn't play a pass through without someone being there. And they just switched off for 2 seconds. That was all. So the type of football that we're playing compared to the City football they played for the last month, I feel we are like way ahead of them in the title race. Just with performance-wise. I'm not writing them off by saying they can't win this league. We all know what Pep can do. We all know what City can do. But they haven't been convincing for the past month. Even though their victories, they got 3 points, it wasn't as convincing as what Liverpool's was.
Now, look, I agree with you. Look, do you guys, anyone else want to comment on it? You guys can go.
Like I said,
Look,
I was stuck
I
an
also
hour ago talking about Liverpool.
look. I just want to add also. I think the difference in this title race is gonna be DS for me.
I also
Wow.
feel it's gonna be the
No
difference. I
chance.
also feel it's gonna be the difference.
Nice. Look,
I think it's gonna be the difference.
No.
I just think, look, look.
It's bigger
He's
than him.
good, no?
It's good, but it's bigger than him.
He's
It's bigger than
brilliant
him.
in what he does, but he's not going to be that man
The
that's going to
talisman.
do
He's
what
not going to be
Salah
the
does.
talisman. Salah is the
Yeah.
talisman.
I'm
Done.
telling you,
came in
Diaz
was
and
the
Jota
same
is gonna
Jota
be the
played by
difference. I'm
Wolves,
telling you
he's
now.
brilliant. But
Salah's
you
the
don't
talisman,
see-
gents. Don't get shit twisted.
Yeah, it's the talisman, but I'm saying DS is gonna be the difference maker. There's a difference in what I'm saying and what you're saying, Ben.
Okay.
Now, look, I just one question quickly before we move on. Davey, look, I saw the comment by Bradley down low where he
Which
says
one?
about the 9 games, Liverpool having the tougher run, the 9
Yeah,
games.
this one.
Who
You're
do-
talking about this one,
Yeah,
Maloro?
yeah, and that's the one. Who do Liverpool have to face in the next 9 games? Like how
By
different
my
are
understanding, they only have to play United and they only have to play Spurs. By my understanding, I don't know. Beaster and Isidore was the
City,
best.
yeah.
And
That,
So it's
that's
And
my
I
City.
even
even
like
mentioning
City.
United.
They are the best to comment on their own team.
yeah, that
So
is
it's
also three.
City, City, United, and Spurs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I just wanted to, because I saw that and then I was thinking to myself, okay, cool. Like if Liverpool's got tough fixtures, who's them
Anyways,
that
I
they?
think City just have Liverpool, eh?
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
But
anyway,
if
but
you
they,
compare, if you
they
look at
balance
where
it.
City drop points, that is
It's
even more
against the
riskier
teams
for
that,
them. They
yeah.
dropped
It's
against
against all
Palace.
that cack, yeah. You're right. Anyways, Davy. Anyways.
What?
what do you mean anyway?
Is
I'm
it?
thinking you're jumping out. I'm a bit bang. Ik wil eers vir jou 'n
No,
message.
I'm stuck out Liverpool. I'm jumping out soon.
Okay, you know what? Because you messaged me, apparently your centre back got booed by his own fans playing internationally. Talk to me. Talk to me about it.
If you are a cunt and you get called out, you can't get angry. No, that's my sentiment and my feeling about all of that shit. If you are a cunt, you should be called a cunt. Cunts
Wait,
should be
sorry,
called
Benny, which
cunts.
one of them are laughing?
Cunts should be
Mister.
called cunts, no? But honestly, gents, Harry Maguire performances for England does never deserve a boo. In every major tournament he's played for England, he was brilliant. In the Euros, he was defender in the team of the year. Top 11. Harry Maguire was there. For England, he's never put in a bad performance. The boos come from his performances for Manchester United, not for England. He's a cunt for United, and he's a cunt because he's actually the captain of Manchester United. And he's the scapegoat, yes, right enough. And
That's
I
what I was
heard
about to bring you. Like, why is he always a scapegoat? That was my question.
because he's the captain and he has done nothing to pull United from a bad performance and turn it around from a very, very influential position on the pitch. Because if United is cuck, somehow, if we lose and Harry Maguire played, somehow he is involved in the shit. Somehow we made a mistake.
Man's in my dog.
Always.
Personally,
So, but he
sorry,
hasn't
Benny.
given that performance. He hasn't.
Man, with my dog and positive. Sorry, Benny. Sorry.
I agree with Bradley. I feel the exact same way. And Danny Mills
No,
is
but
talking about
no.
it's Roy
Okay,
Keane's
okay,
fault.
okay. I hear you. But do you not think he's a better player for England than what he is for United?
Yes.
Remember, look at me. Like my favorite player right now, currently, is Ramsdale. Ramsdale doesn't get into the England squad because of Pickford, because Pickford has never let Gareth Southgate down. Harry Maguire, if you look at it nicely, hasn't let Gareth Southgate
That is
down.
why I said, David, for England, he doesn't deserve to be booed. He deserves to be booed because of his performances for United. They hold our United captains are held to a very different standard than the rest of the squad.
Of course,
And-
I agree with you.
And,
I agree
and,
with you.
and everybody is talking about it's the viciousness on the punditry side of Roy Keane, which is why everybody jumped on the bandwagon. No, it's not that. Roy Keane is the standard of what the United captain should be. And
Yeah.
Maguire is not a 2% of the person or the leader
Yeah.
that Roy Keane was.
Yeah.
He's not a 2% of the leader that Rooney was. He's not 2% the leader that Gary Neville was. It's a very, very special honor to be called the Manchester United captain. And if you can't pull yourself to put in a string of brilliant performances, let's say 5, then you don't deserve to be the captain of Manchester United. Done. Because Harry Maguire has not given us consistently 5 brilliant performances. He's given us 1 out of 10. The same with Pogba, that inconsistency. But Pogba is not the captain of United. So he shouldn't be held to that record. He shouldn't be criticized the same. So that's my take on it. He didn't deserve to be booed for England because he has done nothing. Even the goals, he was involved in the goals. He's always involved in the good shit with England and always involved with the bad shit with United. So to be booed, For England, no.
Look at
To be
Benny.
booed for United,
Look at Beaster
by all
Law.
fucking means.
Now, I remember
Sorry,
the game before
sorry,
the
Benny.
international.
Agreed. But Gareth Southgate would beg to differ. Because if that was the case, then they'd be in the squad and not Harry Maguire. By performances, Harry Maguire is not supposed to even be in this England squad. Not at all. Luke Shaw hasn't played that much for United. Alex Telles is our first choice left back now. But even Luke Shaw is there. And he's playing. And he's scoring.
Benny,
Weird.
just to add as well, did you see on Sky Sports after the game? Shaw even said he's more wanted by England than
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's inconsistent. Our players are a bunch of bitches because when they use their media, they don't take it upon themselves to say, look, my performances is actually shit. You rather want to complain in the media.
Yeah.
Change that. Work on yourself. Leave the media. Work on yourself. Try to up your
Exactly.
levels.
Yeah.
Did you hear Jadon Sancho wasn't picked for the England squad? Did you hear one complaint from him? Did you hear any statement?
Exactly.
That guy didn't do nothing but train the entire time. I can see that he's using this as I'm going to show you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Majority of them don't. They sound like bitches in the media.
Exactly.
Pogba especially. I can't wait to be rid of that fucker, to be honest with you.
Dude, Benny, like when you see what's happening at United, no? It's like a reality TV show thing going on there in that locker room, whereby everybody's just complaining, whining,
Sulking,
changing,
miserable.
sulking,
That's
complaining,
what
and I'm thinking,
that
yeah, go on, Beaster.
what Benny was saying now about Sancho, that's what I expected from Rashford when he was dropped from the squad and he didn't play. Instead of wanting to go out, sit back, reflect on yourself, and say, "Look, but I am being poor in my last few performances. Do something about it." He is an Old Trafford.
How can you complain
Academy
when a kid
player.
like Ilanga puts in better performances than you and
Exactly
rises
what
above
I'm
you in the
saying.
pecking order?
Why
Who
play-
do you blame?
Ilanga
Who do you
plays
blame?
better than him.
Exactly. Who do you blame? You blame
I
yourself.
expect a player that wasn't groomed by United, a player that United bought to have that kind of attitude, to come,
Yeah.
you're not going to play me, I'm going to leave in the summer.
And I'm
End
gonna
of the
sell.
season. But not
Yeah.
Rashford.
It just shows you how deep to the core that United is actually fucked, Beaster. Like even right down to our academy, that virus was that toxic environment was right through from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
To the top. Because Jesse Lingard the same now. The same. And I think there's going to be a massive overhaul of that squad come
Dude,
this summer.
there's a toxic
That's what
atmosphere
I
at
was
United.
about to ask you.
There's gonna be
Okay,
a massive
Master P,
overhaul.
you land
Talking
first
about
before I ask you,
nine
man.
players leaving.
Yeah, well, 9. That's that's not a normal. That's a lot of players, bro.
That's a lot. And we're losing a lot of them on free, eh?
Benny B, look at it like this. Look at it like this. There's, I think your right back is Booker T. Your right back is Booker T. He's custard. He's cut. He's kala cut. That one.
Dallo, though. I'm a fan of
Nice
Dallo,
from
though.
Mob,
Wambasaka, fuck Wambasaka.
Yeah.
Any-
Maguire, look, you're gonna maybe take a knock. Maybe Lindelof. I don't know Lindelof.
The players for sure going. It's Eric Bailly, it's Dean Henderson, it's Jesse Lingard, it's Paul Pogba, it's Edison Cavani, it's Juan Mata, it's
That's where I'm
Hopefully
coming to. The
Ronaldo.
oldies. I'm
Hopefully
coming to the
Ronaldo.
golden oldies. That's where I'm coming to.
Yo, that's an old squad, yo.
yeah. And then I think that's about it. That's 8 that are counted now.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
And
out
that
of
is
all
all-
of us that's sitting here, out of all of us, have you ever seen our squad? And I'm not taking a jab at United, like we talking real now here. I have never seen a team do a total rebuild of 8 players. That's mad. to
Unheard
me.
of.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
That's
and,
mad to
and,
me.
and there is no real solid backup replacement.
Exactly.
Backup replacement for Pogba. Who's our solid
But
backup
Benny, but baby, you should have done this years ago. Look
Thank
at
you.
Pogba going down to his final year.
No. They should not give him that. They should not give that bro the contract.
Yeah,
We
but I
don't
mean, how
want
many years
Pogba.
ago
No,
should
but
you have done this?
yeah, but like Benny, like even I like last year. If you remember, I think it was last year where I asked for how long are you guys gonna play the whole Pogba thing going? Because obviously that's
Yeah,
somebody.
that's too
And
long.
now I
It's
think
going on
that was done
madness.
like 2 years ago or
6
something.
years. It's 6 years now, Paschal.
You know what I mean? I just think they've been playing that card way too long to the point where I don't think it's beneficial to them in any way.
Fuck this Bradley bro, man.
Yeah, boy, you. Anyway, can you move along? Can you move along?
Wow.
Dev. Ladies and gents.
Brother,
Gotta go,
love
I
for the
gotta
love,
go.
love for the love, love for the love, love for
Love for the
jumping on
love.
my bro.
Safe.
Yeah, safe.
Yeah. Big.
Anyway, let's go along. Premier League weekend preview. Beasteroni, is it all? You guys have Watford. I think you're gonna smash Watford. But I think the proper fixture is actually the Burnley Man City one. Are you guys feeling?
Nah, I don't think that's a big. Nah.
Burnley has a lot of football, and they need to get out of the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited for their game than what I am for our game, because Watford is a shaky one. But I think because it's an early game and because it's at Anfield, I see us getting the 3 points in the first half already. I'm picturing that already. The guys are hungry. But the City game, that for me is going to be. I don't expect Burnley to beat them, like just saying, nah, City has no chance. But I do see Burnley giving them a game. The way Burnley has been playing the past few weeks, and it's normally on the double game weeks. They have another one this week, double game week, where one of their two performances is brilliant, the other one is just dead. So they play Everton, I think, on Tuesday also, or Wednesday. Yeah. So they have the two game weeks, but I think they're going to focus the double gaming, but I think they're going to focus more on City. And I think for everyone coming back on international break, you don't know what to expect because you can't take the form of before the international break because you don't know how the players come back. So I just hope Liverpool gets through it. I know they will get through, but I just hope that we keep that momentum that we had before the international break. But I see City struggling. City's playing away also, no? City away.
Yeah, it's away at Turf
Burnley
Moor.
away is a tough one, my bro.
But you know what? You know what, Davey? I think I actually disagree with. I understand why Beaster would come up with that. I know that Burnley are in a tight situation. They're pretty much fighting for survival. But I just think, look at what we did to Burnley, bruh. Like we've got all sorts of chaos happening at Chelsea right now. But like, look at how we wiped the floor with them at Turf Moor. So I just don't think when you've got that City team, and we're not even playing for the Premier League title, you know what I mean? And so when you get City in the position they've blown away, like you're saying, 12 points wiped out just like that. I just don't think I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. I think they will probably win 4-0 there. I'm telling you. I think City
They're
will
gonna
be,
smash them up.
yeah, I'm telling you, they'll have Burnley chasing shadows the whole game, and they'll tire
at
them out.
Anfield, they're
Nah,
gonna smash them.
it's so I just think City is gonna win comfortably. I just don't think. I think they'll remind everybody once again that look, we're City, and yeah, that's we're gonna be difficult to deal with. I just think that's the type of the game that it's gonna be. I don't see them dropping anything.
Fair enough, my bro. Isato, how you feeling, my bro?
Nah, maybe same Beaster. Watford win. I also agree with you guys on the City one, even though I want Burnley to get some points off them. Look, I'm looking at the Watford game 3-0, Liverpool, and
Yeah, easy.
scrappy 2-1 City on their side.
Nice. Okay. Fair enough. Master P, Brentford on the bridge. How you feeling, my bro?
Yeah, Brentford. Look, I'm a big fan of Brentford. I think what they've done this season, bro. Like, I mean, as newcomers, man, they've showed a lot of character. They're a difficult team to beat. They play with their hearts, man, you know. But I mean, being at the bridge and just looking at the atmosphere with everything, you know, we've got every right to play that whole, you know, everybody's writing us off, that type of thing. And I think we want to make a statement. We also want to finish the season strong. So I'm looking at a Chelsea win, I think 2-0, something like that. You can always count on the Chelsea front line to waste a lot of opportunities, but I think at the end of the day, we will probably win about 2-0, so 2 or 3-0.
Just
I
to
also think I think you're safe in here, my bro. I think you're very, very comfortable in that like I don't want to put it like in the sense of that you're competing for the top four, but you're already safe in there, man. And I mean that game when you played against Liverpool, that was just something else. So you're okay. You're okay.
you see, David.
Anyways,
David, I just wanted to say something just to add. I was just about to ask you and Pascal now. Remember, you guys are heading it for that fourth spot and third spot as well. You guys
Yeah.
still need to play each other also. So I'm not ruling out anything there also, my bro. It's like at the top two, in the third and fourth, in the sixth place as well down. Nothing is settled, my
Yeah.
bro.
they're gonna block
Yeah.
some me. I can tell you straight up, they're gonna moor me on the bed. I can tell you straight up now. I'm telling you that now, right now. They're gonna, I don't wanna swear, but I look at me block them. I'm telling you
No,
that straight up.
but but I do agree with what Isador says. Look, obviously, there's a lot to play
They
for.
are too good. Look at
Yeah,
them. Look
yeah,
at how Liverpool and Chelsea played in the Carabao Cup final. Look at that level. We are not at that level. I know that for a fact. They're gonna block some me.
yeah.
I'm
No,
telling you straight up.
it's gonna be one of those games where look, obviously it'll be entertaining, but I think we will finish third. I really do. I think we've got that pole position spot to finish third, especially now with the whole uncertainty of what's happening. I think it's key for us to be in that Champions League spot,
Yeah.
especially coming into next season. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think we've got a lot to play for. The FA Cup being one of it also.
Yeah.
I think yeah, you know what I mean. So that game, like Isador, it's a good thing you bring that. It will be a big game, a London Derby, but I think we'll win it comfortably. I really do. Not to take anything away from Davy and
No,
us, I
give
got a
me,
lot of
bro.
love
You
for
know
you,
me. You know
but
me. I'll keep it real with you at all times. I keep it real with you. There's no way we're winning that game, my bro. I'll
yeah, I
tell
think
you
I think
straight up.
you could squeeze out a draw, maybe best case scenario, but I just don't think with everything that's happening with us, bro. I don't think we lose that game.
Nah, we're not winning that game, bro. We're not winning that game. Anyways, listen, we all here. Top four, how we feeling? Who's gonna get top four? Arsenal, United, or Spurs? And you guys don't have to be nice to me because I
Arsenal.
am the one. I'm not a
You
nice
can
person.
never question my answer. If I'm gonna tell you Arsenal, I'll show you the previous
Yeah,
20 pods that we had
Yeah.
from when the season started.
yeah, yeah. You've been
I've been
consistent with
backing
that, yeah.
Arsenal from that
Maybe I
time
also
because I
do. I
knew
also
it's
And
gonna come. The time was gonna come where it's gonna pay off
yeah,
what Arteta is trying.
yeah.
And now everyone went on about the Ben White signing and everyone went on about the Ramsdale, too much money. You were one of them, Davey. And I was like, Arteta has a plan.
Mm.
So
Hey,
definitely
maybe
bro.
Arsenal.
David, like I
Brother,
said on
I
all
hope you're happy. I hope you're right, my bro. I hope you're right. I hope you can prove me wrong. I want to sit here in May and come on the show again and say, Beasteroni, you are right. I wish. But I'm
Me
still
and you
not
are gonna
convinced.
sing that song, your Champions League song. Made it the top four. We're gonna sing that song together once it's secured.
We've got Super Mika Teta, that one. Anyways,
Isidro, you wanted
Isidro,
to
how
say
you
something,
feeling?
Isidro?
Look. Okay, now go ahead, land, Master P, land.
I think like
No,
what said
Isidro
David
was actually saying something.
on
Okay.
the other pods as well. I like I said, Arsenal is gonna get fourth place. But it depends on what Arsenal is doing. You see, because there's 9. So what is Arsenal gonna do with that times 3, 27 points? Are they gonna drop it, or what they gonna do? There's the opportunity is there for them. But what?
Yeah.
Arsenal's position now, someone must take it from them. The ball is in their court. And they got themselves there because a month ago Arsenal weren't there. 2 months ago they weren't even
Yeah.
considered a top 4 team. And then they played week in, week out, coming out tops with convincing performances. They lost the games that they should have lost. Like the Liverpool game, because of their sloppiness in switching up, that's the only game they lost. For that obvious reason. But any other game, they had one good half, and it worked for them. Davey was always
Yeah.
nervous about the fact we only play one good half, but it worked. The one good half, they scored a goal. The half that they didn't play good, they didn't concede a goal. So it worked in their favor. But I feel because of what they did the past 2 months, they know they can get top 4.
Yeah, and I totally agree with what Beast is saying. He's been from the very beginning. Even I laughed at him when
He
he picked
has been
Arsenal.
consistent with that.
Yeah, when he picked Arsenal for the top 4, I laughed at him because I didn't think that was gonna
I
happen.
also
But
didn't.
like,
Bro, you
yeah.
know me. I also didn't.
yeah. So now what he's been saying the whole time is now beginning to happen. You know what I mean? So I do agree. I think Arsenal will probably finish in the top 4. And I'm not just being nice to you, Davey. I actually see it. I think Arsenal is playing with house money on the basis that if they don't qualify for the top 4, people are gonna say, "Oh, it's the same old Arsenal." They can actually get away with it, and I think that's why certain teams might be writing them off. But I think when it's all done, I think you guys are gonna be in the Champions League. I really do, because I just don't see when you look at the Arsenal fixtures. Sure, I just don't see. Of course, you never know what type of an Arsenal team you're gonna get, but
That's the
based
problem,
on what
bro.
based on what we've seen, though, I think you guys are in poor position for that 4th spot. Because you guys came from
Yeah,
Norway.
I
and
want to
where
ask you guys a
they
question.
are, everyone below them played more games than them. They had
Exactly.
from 5th down, everyone played more games than them.
Yeah.
So Spurs,
So they
United,
kind of
up until Leicester or Villa, I think they must all
so they
they
can
played. Yeah,
so they can actually afford to come to the bridge and drop some points actually.
yeah.
In that fixture
Okay,
and
but
still get
now
away with it.
look, we've all been watching football for a long time. I want to ask you guys a question. Don't you guys feel that it's still anyone's game because we still have to play United away. Okay, we're United at home. We still have to play Spurs. We still have to play West Ham. We still have to play
Yeah,
all
but
those
Davey,
teams. Southampton.
nah. But Davey,
Davey,
you
but
tell me
I'm gonna go
when
ahead,
last
Paschal,
did
go ahead.
you think about it, Davey? I know what you're saying, right? Right, obviously. But you're waiting for the collapse to happen at some point. But just think when last did you guys lose a derby against like Spurs? Like if you look at in the last how many years, how many times has that really happened? You know what I mean? Like
I hear
no
you.
matter
I hear
whether
you.
even when the Spurs were title contenders at some point, they still couldn't beat you guys. So
I hear you, my
my
man.
thing, yeah. So my thing is when you look at those picks, I know you're concerned about the United, but it's United, bruh. Like you just it's not the same United that we know. Anything can happen in that game. So I agree with Beast. I think you guys are more than capable of taking those guys on. Unless you sit back and you show them respect. That's another story.
Look, I hope you guys are gonna prove me wrong. That's what I want. I want to be proved wrong. So I hope.
What's
So
different
yeah,
this season? Sorry, Davey. What's different this season is whenever Arsenal had that tough fixtures, they didn't have a top 4 to play for. If you look at last season and the
Yes.
season before, the last few games when they played United or Spurs or they had them on the list, they weren't playing for top 4. It was merely just
Exactly.
pride. They weren't even playing for Europa. They were out of everything. This season is completely different. They know what they can get at the end of the season,
Yeah.
and that's the top 4.
my brother, I hope you're right. I really like I'm saying that in the least condescending way. I really hope you're right. I hope I can come in on May and I can come to you and say, Beaster, Pascal, Isidore, you guys were right. I was wrong about Otito. So that's all I wanna say. Anyways, final thoughts, my brothers. Who must start first? Master P, I'll start with you. Final thoughts.
Obviously, can't wait to have the Premier League back. It feels like a lifetime ago, Brad, that I watched a Premier League game. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited, especially with the title race, the top four. There's so much happening. You know, like in other seasons, everything was kind of sorted by this time. You already had an idea,
Yeah.
but this time around, yeah, everything is hanging in the air. Every game is like a soap opera on its own. Things can change in a week, any given week. So I'm looking forward to that. Beast, I'll see you in the FA Cup final. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna do that again, all over again. You know how it is. I'm just look, and and that's not to undermine our semi-final in any way, but like, come on, bruh. I think my boys have unfinished business. We still have a possibility of winning a double, so all is not lost. So I'll see you guys in the final. But yeah, I can't wait for the Liverpool fixture and the City. I really want to see what's going to happen with those two teams for the title.
Nah, facts. I can't wait for that fixture. Like literally, like as a neutral.
Yeah.
Seriously, I can't wait for that fixture. Um, Isador, talk to me. Final thoughts.
We
You
can't hear you.
muted.
Nah, you
Yeah.
on mute, my bro. You on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Yeah, check here. I read earlier that Trent is fit. That's a big boost for Liverpool because apparently he was injured, but he was not. Also, the the fixtures is now 1 hour earlier, so that is also quite as well.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Premier League that is back again. Again, we had the same with the AFCON final with Salah and Mane again. I still don't know why they have this laser stuff in the soccer fields and the games and stuff and all of that. But yeah, look, like Pascal said, 10th of April, it's next week, the big one. I can't wait for that one. It's gonna be a blockbuster. That's all I'm saying. But
Yeah.
Liverpool is gonna win that one, win it, win it, win it, and win it.
Oh, you're saying you're gonna go to their place and go win it there, my
Yeah,
bro?
man.
What?
You gotta go there, man, bro. You gotta win it.
I'll hold
You
you
gotta
to
win
that
it.
one, my bro. I'll hold you to that one. Beasteroni Escabab, talk to me.
Nah, I shot a lot, guys, for the night, for the session. I'm sorry I couldn't join from the beginning. I had a bit of issues
Nah,
there
don't worry,
that I
my
needed
bro.
to
Don't
sort out,
worry.
but I sent you a message, Davey. But it was good to be
I
back.
know you.
Good to see new names in the comments. Maybe it's old names that I just don't recognize, but new names in the comments, so that's a good sign. And yeah, we're all excited for the weekend. We're kicking off the Premier League, so I think 3 points for us there will set the tone nicely for the rest of the weekend going on. So yeah, Pascal, I'll hold you to that FA Cup final. I will be waiting
I'll
for
see
you
you, my
there.
brother. It'll be a classic. It'll be a classic. We might even do it again in the Champions League. Who knows? As well.
You never know, Pastor.
Listen,
You never know. You never know.
one more. Who's the flop of the week? Can somebody say Wellman? Where does
It's
Wellman
Well,
go?
obvious. It's
Well,
obvious.
Willem Bafana is very close.
Okay, I don't want to talk about the father, but anyway. But yeah, James, love for the love. Love for jumping on. It was awesome. Really, Beasteroni, Escabab, love for jumping on. I know you could have left it out. But I appreciate the fact that you jumped on. Master P, love for jumping on, my brother. I know you very, 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 very swamped with work. Isidore, you weren't even supposed to be part of this podcast, but you decided that you're gonna jump on and you took the time out to jump on and have a good chat with us. So I appreciate that and I appreciate you, my brother. But yeah, anybody else before I do the outro? Anybody else? Anyone have something to say or whatever?
I'm
mm,
good.
Ah,
I'm waiting for
We're
Saturday.
good.
Okay. Isidore, you good?
Goodbye, brah. Thanks, man.
Okay. Look, love for the love. Gents, are we doing this on Tuesday again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. And love for the love, Benny B. I'm sure Benny B is all good. It's DVD, it's Master P, it's Isador, and it's Beasteroni Escabab. You know the Beasteroni Escabab. You know, we are here blessed.
Back together again, eh?